Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. What I really want to talk about is about technical exercises. I think it's the most efficient way to kind of practice basic skills. I think it's even more efficient than playing all proper etudes, which is fantastic as well. And but sometimes time is of the essence, and then I think to keep in shape, to keep and to improve kind of basic movements is quite important. So that's what I teach at the uni where I have a cello class, and I think a program should be probably rather individual. However, I think as kind of, well, we all have 5 fingers and we all have an arm and we all have the same or at least equal bones and equal muscles. I think we can agree on some basic things that would help everyone. And in that sense, I want to show you a couple things that I think are of value. And I hope you like it as well. And of course, if you have questions, let me know in the comment section, and then I will try to incorporate it into future videos. And it would be great to actually start a conversation, because I've had 4 teachers and I've went to many masterclasses. Actually, I've had more teachers. I've had 5 or 6 teachers even, but 4 professors. And then I have had many masterclasses, and well, the thing is, I think there's quite many approaches around, and I don't think any of them is wrong, really. So I think there's many ways to go, and I think it's a big challenge to find the way that fits one individual the best. So I just think for me it's always the challenge to find the best way for my student. And I consider myself lucky to have looked into 4 different approaches very closely, and also kind of to have been to many master classes and learned from big masters. Still, I think there's a couple kind of straight on basic things that really make sense for everyone. So what I want to start with is a chromatic scale. Why? As opposed to a kind of a regular scale, the chromatic scale is it goes from, you use every finger for a chromatic scale. So you have vibrato here, and here, and then you have a shift that is not too long, from kind of 4th finger to 1st finger with a half note. So it's not a big deal, and it's not about playing fast anyways for now. So it's just about warming up the fingers. If you like, you can also play a couple open strings. So I guess if you have not tuned yet, this could be kind of the first exercise to kind of get the feeling of the cello, get the feeling of the bows, like how does it feel, how does it sound today, just kind of open up the mind and open the senses a bit. So after you have done that, I think you can start with a D flat or C sharp, and just listen, listen to the sound of the cello, feel, like kind of be inside your body, which sounds a bit awkward. Feel, like, how does the fingertip feel, how does the arm movement feel, how heavy is the arm, like how relaxed can it be. So it's really not about tempo. Of course you want it to be in tune, and you want to have a very relaxed vibrato. So I don't know, where were we? So, and then, well, I think we should go all the way up to here, and maybe even 2 bows per note if you feel like, if you have enough time, take the time to enjoy. Yeah, so enjoy the sound, enjoy the movement, enjoy the relaxedness, and enjoy the zero pressure you have here. So it's not difficult, it's just about warming up the fingers. At the same time, what you can do, I think you can kind of check a couple boxes doing this exercise. The first one is even sound, even and good like resonant sound. So if maybe 2 bows per note is actually not a bad idea, because then you can practice a bow change without a finger change. So you have full focus on bow change here or here, like it depends on where you do it. So now you can focus to make this sound nice. So maybe you can make it sound better than I did right now. So maybe like that, like that, like that. Pay attention here, pay attention here. This is the first element. So also make sure that the sound is kind of deep enough. I would not dig too deep into the string, into the cello, but also I would not be too superficial. So relaxed, I don't mean be like a sleeping body. Yeah, so find a nice voice. It can be different every day also, but I think make sure you find a sound that you like. You have to like it. Make sure it feels comfortable. The second point to take on is the vibrato. So for the vibrato, try to have relaxed fingers, try to have them flexible also in those joints. So it's not only kind of a tipping movement, but also a bit of a, I don't know, what is this? Kind of a movement that is really up and down and not only circulating. I don't know if you can tell. So I would try to do less rotational movement and more kind of up-down movement, if that makes sense. That only works if you have the fingers flexible. If you don't have that, kind of do dry exercises like that. So don't play because it will sound awkward, and also you will not be able to push the string down enough. This is a nice, very nice exercise to do before or like during practicing or after practicing. So anytime works, and midnight also works because this will not disturb any neighbors. Second finger probably is the easiest. So in this position, I don't know if you can see it. In this position, the finger is almost stretched completely out. This is not how we like originally would do it. So like this, or like really crunch it down. So, and then this is just a basic exercise. So first finger also as good as possible. Fourth finger, I do different fourth finger vibrato. Like my fourth finger is very short. So fourth finger, I usually just kind of shove up and down like this. So you can still see this is quite flexible here. So the fingers really is flexible here. So I'm kind of trying to simulate a bit the movement from the other fingers. But I think the biggest point for the fourth finger is, I don't know if you can see it here, I'm really kind of, I'm not tilting very much like this. It's like some people play vibrato like this. I'm doing much more like this. And I don't know. What is fantastic, what is the best way to do it? I don't know. So I think like starting pezzo capriccioso, for example, I did this. I'm not doing this anymore, but I practiced this a lot, and then it does sound okay, I guess. Sounds a bit like an opera singer. I think. Still, there's of course always a rotation inside the movement, but try to opt more for kind of this up-down movement. So then we have first the checkbox was sound. Connected to sound, we always have intonation. So if the sound is good, the intonation will be okay because you have ears, right? And then if the next thing is the vibrato, so super comfortable. Third thing that you can practice is, so we do 2 strokes per note, and then the second one, I don't know if you saw it, but try to be very active with putting the fingers down. So really give a bit kind of like try to throw the finger down to the fingerboard. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Super relaxed, so don't kind of force it on it, because then you will hold too much, you will press too much, and this will make shifting and intonation actually very difficult. This is the next thing that you can practice. Yeah, a bit like that. So this would be the third thing. And the fourth thing would be kind of check the shifts. So I don't know. So try to make very good shifts, efficient shifts, quite fast but relaxed. Very, very important. If you have problems with shifts, which many have, I think, go for a shift with a glissando. Then you can hear where it's going. Just make sure it's you arrive at the right spot. If you have the right kind of the right feel for the distance, go for a shorter shift. Try to hide the glissando away in the bow. So you do the shift just when the bow change happens. And this is something also in scales to have a good look at. For now, I mean, for warming up, don't stress too much about it. I would say it's really about kind of feeling comfortable and feeling, getting a good feel for the cello, getting a good feel for the sound. This is what I would opt for, or kind of pay most attention to. And then later on, like as you feel the fingers are warming up, maybe at the halfway up, you can start to modulate the vibrato frequencies. So maybe this is kind of the relaxed vibrato. And then it's like, okay, I feel the fingers are warming up because I do 2 bows per note. And then I can do a start. Doing changes in colors and in vibrato. So, and then you can just make up different methods that you like. So either you connect it to bow speed and pressure also, or you just isolate it to different vibrato frequencies. Both works, both has benefits, I think. In the end, I think we always need to connect vibrato to bow work. So a color only happens if both things work together naturally. So yeah, I guess, yeah. But it's as important to isolate it and be able to do it without kind of the joint venture. So that would be the last thing that you can include into the chromatic scale. So that's it from my side for now. Next exercise I will record maybe tomorrow or some other time.